This is a graphics card, yeah, GTX750 1 gig. And if I put this into a computer, just load the BIOS screen, which is as far as I went with this, I do get a picture from it, yeah, so it is working as much as it gives a picture. But the fan is completely solid. I mean, I can move it, but only with putting a lot of pressure on it, yeah, mostly it's just seized up solid, yeah. But I suspect the card's probably working. If I can fix the fan, I think this will probably work. I mean, I could be wrong, maybe, you know, under load it might fail, or when I load the drivers, obviously without the fan working I couldn't really get that far with it. So let's see if we can fix this fan, yeah. I'm guessing the first thing we'll need to do that is basically to take it off the card. Let's find a suitable screwdriver to actually remove this, yeah. This looks like it'll fit. So yeah, can we fix the fan? This is the question, yeah. Well, chatting best, by the way. How's the weather? Blue skies here, normal, yeah. Wake up in the morning, blue skies, so it's lovely. But I've got the aircon on in the office to keep it to a manageable temperature in here, yeah. Okay, so there's our little, it's quite a small GPU actually, the thermal compound's a bit dried up. So this is our fan. So there's obviously, oh yeah, there's some screws under here, yeah. So there's three small screws to undo this, yeah. Let's see if we can get this fan off, and then see if we can find some way to fix the problem with it seized up. And I don't suppose it'd be that easy to just kind of like attach another fan onto this. I mean, maybe that might have to be the way to be actually fit another fan on the top of it. So okay, so the fan is kind of like fixed into the heatsink, yeah. So that's just like a plastic ring, really, yeah. Yeah, I think possibly could actually, push comes to shove, take this off and effectively just bolt another fan to the top of it. But it'd be nice to see if we can fix it, yeah. So let's just get a bit of kitchen roll and clean off this gunk so it doesn't end up all over my desk. I mean, we're going to have to replace so it's so dry, it doesn't even want to come off. So we're going to have to replace this stuff anyway. Yeah, it's coming off. I mean, it's just very dry. Yeah. Okay, so that's off there. So yeah, it looks like there's 3 screws down the side here now to take the actual fan assembly off the heatsink. Yeah, let's do this. I'm having some trouble with AliExpress at the moment, by the way. Basically, since 21st of July, they're adding 21% VAT to all my orders, yeah? Automatically at checkout. When I go to checkout, it has 21% VAT to my order. It's only started doing this since the start of July. Well, basically, I'm in the Canary Islands, so there is no VAT in the Canary Islands. I'm not liable to pay VAT, yeah? And although I have a Canarian registered business, the business limited company SL can't have a VAT number because there's no VAT in the Canary Islands, yeah? So even if I register my business, I can't avoid paying the VAT. So I got the live chat today and chatted with them, and they agree with me that I shouldn't be paying any VAT. So when I have my shipping address, it should automatically deduct VAT. But I can only put my shipping address as Spain, which technically I am in Spain. I'm in the Spanish Canary Islands, and there's no option to choose Canary Islands. So at checkout, it doesn't know I'm in the Canary Islands, even though my postcode is Canary Islands, yeah? And I'm having to pay that. And they said, oh, we'll have to escalate this, and then they cut me off. So after spending 20 minutes on live chat with an actual human on AliExpress, I got absolutely nowhere. So Anybody in the comments, how do I stop AliExpress and Alibaba charging me VAT illegally because I'm not liable to pay VAT? Yeah. How do I do that? I mean, they can't even pay the VAT to the EU because for VAT purposes I'm not in the EU, even though I am in the EU. Anyway, rant. So there's a bit of guns on this. This is the fan, yeah. It looks like there's, I mean, you see how stiff this is, hopefully. Looks like it might be a little seal or something here. Let's just zoom it down a bit, yeah. Okay, so this is like some sort of bearing or something in here. It's like, seems to be a bit gunged up. It looks like there might be a little plastic cover here. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see if this is something we can actually remove. Yeah, let's just go on the edges of it, see what it is. Looks like it's kind of like lifting up a bit. I'll probably end up with this thing stuck in my finger. I'll move my finger, yeah, to get it out of the line of attack. This thing, yeah. Let's see if we can actually. It's coming, I think. I think it's like a little plastic cover, basically. Yeah, there it is. It's off. And inside here is some, like, it's hard. I'm assuming this is supposed to be like some sort of grease or oil or some sort of lubricant, yeah. And basically it's like it's all gone hard, yeah. So that's off. And the thing still doesn't want to turn, not easily. And it looks like it's held on with a little plastic, I mean, metal ones. These were called CIR clips, yeah, CIR clip. And it kind of fits into like a little groove on this shaft, yeah. So this is a plastic one, which probably means it's more more subject to damage when you try and take it off. Yeah, but I need to get this thing off. Let's try some tweezers and see if we can. What can we do with it? Can we get this thing to come off here without breaking it? I wonder if AliExpress will fix that problem. I mean, the obvious thing is, I know what, it's a bug, isn't it? Obviously, I can only put myself as being in Spain, and therefore the system says I have to pay the VAT, 21%. Even though on the official EU website, if you go and Google for Canary Islands VAT, you'll find EU official taxation website specifically says that VAT does not exist in the Canary Islands. And I have to wonder why these things only ever happen to me. Yeah, I mean there's like about 2.5 million people thereabouts living in the Canary Islands across the 6 islands. Yeah, well, 6 main ones. So it's not just me that's having this problem. There we go. No, this thing's on. Come on. So I'm trying to like spin it round and lift it up. Yeah. Well, I think I might have it now. There we go. Okay, that's the technique, guys. That's how you get that off. Now, does this come out of here? No. What the bloody hell's holding that in there then? He said. Even having removed that, this doesn't want to come off. Maybe I need to give it a little bit of gentle persuasion. A bit of gentle persuasion of the damn thing. Yeah. I can't see anything would be holding this on now. It's gone click. Something happened. I've broke something, or something's happened. And I've broke the shaft at the other end. It's broke. Trying to remove it has broke it. Broke the shaft on the end of the damn fan. Yeah. Okay, I don't see any way back from that. I'd have probably been better. It's too late now, yeah, but I'd have probably been better pushing down on this. Let's see if it would have come off this way, yeah. So take something fairly solid and push down. No, that will not shift, yeah. That is no way is that going to shift from that, yeah. It's solid. It is absolutely solid, and that's supposed to be the shaft that rotates. Yeah, no wonder this thing is completely seized up. Okay, so that's not going to help us. So we need a plan B, don't we? We need a plan B, and that's to see, can we then attach another fan to this? Yeah, can we persuade something else to go on? So heatsink obviously fits this way, yeah, and we need to get it effectively the fan to clear. There we go. Yeah. Right, so there's 4 holes in here, so let's see how this lines up. Yeah. I just want to line it up so that I can then work out whether I can attach another fan to this. Yeah, and it obviously goes one way round as well. And I'm guessing this flat side here is. I should have looped, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay. That's how it goes. So let's just put a couple of screws back in here for now, so we can get in position. Yeah. Now let's see if it's possible to fit another fan to this. Yeah. Now this working. Okay. So there we go. A couple of screws in here. Just rotate it slightly. Get into place there. Okay, it's there. Okay, so let's go find some fans. Okay, so I found some fans. This is a Zalman fan, and looking at the direction of the airflow here, yeah, so it shows you on the arrow. We want the airflow blowing down onto the heatsink, yeah. So this would fit quite neatly onto it, and we could take the plug off the original fan, yeah, which is here, yeah, the broken thing, and solder this connector onto these wires. I've noticed that the original fan was rated at 0.18 amps, yeah, 0.18 amps, yeah, so that's the current this was drawing, and this one is rated at 0.08, which makes me wonder if this actually gives a lower airflow than the original one. I'm not sure. I mean, it's the same diameter, yeah, and it looks to be much the same size of vane, so I suppose that would probably depend on the airflow. I don't know whether it's possible to look that up. I mean, we've got model numbers, so yeah, I suppose we could have a quick look on the internet. They're both 12 volt, and I'm interested to see how the airflow compares, if it's possible to find that out for these fans. Okay, I had a look. I thought with the Zalman being a well-known and respected brand, I might actually find some information on that, but in fact I didn't. Couldn't find out what I was looking for. So the question is, do we put the Zalman fan on here? Yeah, and this is rated 0.18 watt. Now, if you look at the connection here on the fan connector on here, yeah, it's a 12 volt fan. And we can measure from ground, and we don't have a connection to any of the pins, yeah. If we go from 12 volts coming in, we have a connection on this end, yeah. So we can say this end is connected to 12 volts and this end goes to ground via a transistor or a switch or a FET or even a circuit that's controlling the speed of the fan. And if we put the 0.08 amp instead of the 0.18 amp, then effectively it'll be drawing a bit less current than the original one, around half actually. So whatever this circuit is, without tracing it out, we wouldn't cause a problem with it. The other fan I have here is this. This is a 1.1 watt 12 volt, so it's a big chunky fan, yeah. Physically the same diameter, just a bigger chunkier fan. Again, if you look, there's some arrows, yeah, here showing the airflow. So the airflow is downwards as this is the end of the arrow. So this would go this way around, yeah. But if I connect this fan on it, I'm a bit concerned that because obviously it's going to be drawing more current, we may cause a problem with the circuit that controls the fan. So I think we have a choice here really, either is to fit this fan, and then I can just connect it to the 12 volts here, yeah. We'll fit this fan and we can connect it to the connector on here. I'm going to stick this into one of my computers, I think. So in a way, I'm not too bothered. I might even say we just stick the bigger, chunkier fan on, yeah. But just to check out of interest, I'm going to connect it to my 12 volt supply and see if I can see, you know, just like, you know, a rule of thumb, yeah. By holding my thumb in front of it, can I feel any real difference in the amount of airflow generated, yeah. So let's just get a power supply and connect it up and let's have a look. Okay, so here are our two fans, yeah, and I've actually found a third one. This one says Tagan on it, and this is 0.19 amps, so it's almost the same rating as the original one, yeah. So what I'm actually going to do is just have a look to see how these compare. Can I tell much difference between the airflow? Yeah, this one's got very short wires on, so I'll just have to improvise a little bit to get some power on it, but there we go. Stick the wires down the holes, it should do the job. Yeah, there you go. So let's have a look. So let's switch all these on, yeah. So the Tagan, this is like Feely Vision, yeah. I can definitely feel there's a difference between these two fans, yeah. And this is one that's rated the same as the original one for the ampage, but to be honest, I don't know if you can hear it. Not easy, but this has a vibration on it. This is not a good fan, yeah. It's running a bit rough. This one, which is the 1.1 amp, it says, yeah, is much more powerful than either of the other two. So seeing as we're going to have to fit like a, you know, a non-original fan here, I think the best thing is to upgrade it. This is going to be far more powerful than the original fan, yeah. And it's silent, even though we're going to connect it via the 12 volts and not via the connector on here. It's silent, yeah. And that's going to run, I'm sure, much better and run this GPU much cooler than the original fan did, yeah. So it may not be the prettiest solution, but I think personally it's the best solution. Okay, so fan's got arrow pointing down that way, so this is the way we want it to go on here, yeah. We'll mount it this way round, then we've got space for this. Now, how to attach it to the heatsink? Well, there's a few options, but I'm wondering if maybe actually I should just mount it with some araldite, some epoxy resin. I mean, the other way is possibly there's a hole through here is to get something going through there, like wire or something, yeah. Yeah, maybe a stiff bit of wire, looping it round here, fasten it down, so this end is effectively fastened down, and then use a bit of adhesive, I think, to hold it in place. Okay, let's give it a go and see what we can do with it. Well, let's have a think about how to do this, really, how to actually attach the heatsink on. You can see how I've done it, can't you? I've just given a bit of a hint, but let me zoom in. So I didn't really want to stick it on with glue because I was a bit concerned how well the glue would set, basically, yeah. So what I've done is I've taken some zip ties or cable ties, whatever you want to call them, yeah, and I've had to bend the vane slightly outwards to do as you can see, yeah. So I need to get like the joint bit down here. I didn't think there was enough space under the fan on here to clear the fan, yeah. And the same applies here. I couldn't leave it underneath because this standoff, this is where the PCB is here, yeah. So that is about the same height, obviously the same height as the BGA. But by doing it like this, you can see I've managed to get these zip ties in between, yeah. So that's fitted really solidly now, which means that I can actually, I'll put a bit of the compound on, obviously, a little bit the heatsink compound. I'll have to scrape a bit of this old sort of dried up stuff off, just to get this bit off here. There it is. But I can now get this to fit in place, yeah, on the GPU properly, with a fan attached, yeah. So let's stick that on there, and then let's see if this actually works now. We can run FireMark and do a bit of a load testing and check the temperatures of the GPU, yeah. Okay, so there it is, yeah. You can see where the zip ties are going underneath. They're avoiding the RAM chips, yeah. So the heatsink is effectively cooling the RAM chips as well. You see the second one is under here, just inside of that chip. Yeah, there's no RAM chip here, so that one's okay. And yeah, another one's here, yeah, there's no RAM chip there, so that one's okay, yeah. So that's really solidly attached now. So let's get our test rig and let's run FireMark and see how well this graphics card actually works now. Okay, so yeah, it's in there, yeah. GPU's fitted. It looks, and actually looks alright. I mean, just this wires coming off, I mean, but you know, it looks pretty good actually to me, that does. Okay, so I'm running FireMark on the PC. So let's just get the camera where you can see it, and then let's have a look to see how this runs now, yeah? Okay, so I'll try and just hold that steady for you, try not to make you too seasick, yeah. So you can see GPU's just at 27 degrees centigrade, which is about the ambient temperature of the workshop, to be honest. So let's go for it, yeah. Let's find the right mouse, and now let's just start the test, yeah. Let's see what we get. Okay, there we go. How's it going to run? Okay. You can see the temperature down here, yeah, so it's 39 centigrade, 40, okay, 41, 40. So I don't feel like hardly any heat coming out of the GPU at all, yeah. I don't remember if the stretch test, this is the one, so it's running at 99%, yeah. I'm not sure if this is the one that times out after so long, or whatever it does. So it's saying it's running at 97.3% TDP, yeah. It thinks the fan's at 33%, but obviously it's at full belt because I've fitted this fan on, yeah. And that seems to have stabilised quite well at just over 50 degrees. Let's see if it actually hits the maximum, yeah. I'll just pause it a little bit and we can see where it wants to level off, yeah. Okay, so that seems to have pretty much stabilised at 58. I mean, it's probably going to go a little bit more than that, but I think that's running quite nicely, yeah. I can probably get a bit better focus from here. 59. I mean, you can see where the curve's going, yeah, it's running quite stable. Again, there's a, yeah, the bit, I can easily rest my finger on the heatsink, yeah, it's not a problem. I can rest my finger directly on the heatsink. So, yeah, I think we can call that a success, yeah. You can call it a cobble or a botch if you like. I mean, obviously, there's a variety of ways to do this, yeah. I mean, there's more than one way to achieve this that we've done here. I mean, the thoughts that come to mind are that we could have found a scrap one and taken the original fan off. That would be the most tidy way. Or you know, maybe something that fitted better than this that we could actually screw on there, but I'm quite happy with that. I might stick this into the rig I'm using for recording the videos, because that just has a HD 4800 at the moment, this PC I'm using to record the videos. I don't know if you've noticed, by the way, I also fitted an i7 4770 to replace the i3 that was in there maybe 4, 5, 6 videos ago. And I've noticed the frame rate's a lot better now. Sorry, yeah, I mean the frame rate, you know, when I'm sort of moving things quite rapidly, it's working a lot better than it did. Okay guys, I mean the final week I've been chatting away, yeah. So there you can see it has stabilised now at 61 centigrade, and that's at 99.6 usage. So that's really, as you know, harder than any game's ever going to push this. And yet I can put my finger on this. Yeah, it's comfortable. I can actually rest my finger. It's a bit on the warm side. I mean, you wouldn't want to leave it there for 10 minutes, but you know, it's not bad at all. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's that one done. Oops, let's get this in the view. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Want to call that a repair or want to call that a botch? But yeah, if you've got something like this with a broken cooling fan, I think that's a very good way to repair it. Okay, guys. Comments below, please let me know what you think, and I'll see you all soon now. Ciao for now.